For my rhetorical analysis, I will be focusing on the spatial aspect of the Paris Review. When first arriving at the home page of the Paris Review, the user is met with this screen. Right off the bat, the navigation bar is the same color as the rest of the screen, which makes it harder to recognize that it is in fact a navigation bar. Though the website does a good job of breaking down their content into neat categories, the minimalist nature of the design looks too bland when first entering the site. And when having new users coming to your page, it is important for them to be able to immediately recognize important features of a website such as the navigation bar. As you scroll down, there is a daily rotating text block that has featured pieces for the day along with a picture to go with the piece. Having this daily aspect is good because it brings new content to users' attention each day that they come to the site. But past that, there's a 2-column stack of articles to grab users' attention to different pieces. Though the titles are in black text which sticks out from the white background and are accompanied with pictures related to the article, below them are short synopses of the different articles but in pale gray text. Even as a young person with good vision, I feel as though I need to strain my eyes to read the faint text against the white background. The pink accent of the website is also unfavorable to the reader's eyes as it is distracting because it is so bright and isn't always pulling your attention to something of importance. Now, taking a deeper look into the site and clicking on the letters and essays portion within the reviews category of the navigation bar, this is what you are met with. A daily letters and essays text block which functions similarly to the other daily featured part from the homepage. This keeps the website fresh and up to date, but the color of the light gray text is too dull in comparison with the pale blue background. Here, using white text or continuing with the black color text in the titles would have been better and easier for users to read. Then next to this block is a neat index for the year and the author's name of various letters and essays. This is a good addition to the website as it allows users to efficiently find pieces of work that they are looking for. Along with this, the black text goes well with the white background and is easy to read. After the daily feature, there is a single column of letters and essays titles going down the rest of the page. Again, they use black text for the titles, which is easy and pleasant for the user, but continue with the light gray for the synopses next to them. Though there is less pink here, which makes scrolling through and reading each title easier, the pale gray text is still difficult on the eyes for quick reading. Yet in comparison, when looking at the Guernica website, the aesthetic of the page's layout is much more soothing on the eyes, and the black background of the navigation bar makes it stand out and easy for users to identify right away what its purpose is. Though this site does not have a daily feature like the Paris Review, it does, however, do a better job of display of their articles. They sized it so for the first couple, the user only sees that article's title, description, and an image to go along with it. Then as you scroll down, it breaks into a 1-row, 3-column article suggestion section with images and black text below it, which is easy to read. After that, it goes to a single stack of articles with a black text next to and accompanying them is an image for the piece. Overall, this site is more efficient at getting their main points across in a visually pleasing manner too.